Hey everyone, it's Abyss, and in this video I'm going to show you another romance guide. Alright, so let's go over some tips and tricks. At the top right hand corner of the screen, you're going to see dislike and like. If you see a dislike come up, then reload and autosave and try again. You want to build up as many likes as you can possible because this is going to help you towards your romance. Now, one of the best ways of doing that is unlocking the persuasion skill and leveling it up. So that's going to help you out a lot. Because if you can talk your way out of fighting or solving the situation peacefully, all your companions are going to like that. One of the next things that you can look out for is during the conversation, if your companion's name come up. Always select that option because they like that too. Now, once you build up enough likes, you're going to hear your companion say something like, hey, can I talk to you? If you miss that conversation, you can always look in your activity log and see if it's there, but have that conversation with your companion and do not click through it too fast because you want to look for the flirt option and always select that. And then rinse and repeat. Build up a bunch of likes, have that conversation with your companion, and then over and over again. Now with this one took 5 different random conversations where you select flirt every time, and then I was able to get his companion mission. At the very end of the mission, just like the other ones, you're going to select either friendship or romance. So select romance if you want to continue on. Then about a couple hours later, you'll have the commitment talk, so select commitment, and then you can go right away and have the wedding. You can either just do it right there or back at the lodge. Now afterwards, you can end the commitment if you want to jump to someone else. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to show you the full companion mission. I'll show you the commitment talk, and then I will show you how to end the commitment. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to help support the channel, and I'll see you next time.
I was just thinking that this is about what Irvin saw all those years ago when he arrived. He probably stood here thinking that he was going to make things better. He had a good heart. Oh, you remind me of him sometimes, wanting to make things right. And when you said it out loud, you know, I actually believe we can do it. I just hope our lawyer is as confident. Right. She said she would meet us at our office when we arrive. Hopefully she can tell us what we need to do in order to clear Irvin's name. Let's stick together, though. Gagarin isn't a huge town, but it's not the kind of town that I want to get lost in.
Net construction is a dead industry, Chief Pretorius. Those jobs aren't coming back. But Reliant Medical, Arcanite, and Satorius...
Hey, what? Well, well, well. Barrett, you're actually here. Astounding.
Ellie! Ellie, come on. I promised we'd stop by, didn't I?
People make promises all the time, Barrett. And most folks try to avoid Gagarin, not visit it. Anyway, I'm glad you made it out here. We have work to do, don't we? Down to business. Perfect. What do you already know?
So we already know that Irvin worked for Hephaestus Mining Company years ago, and they blamed him for catastrophic economic and ecological issues here on Gagarin.
Yes. He lost his case because he didn't defend himself, and we had almost no evidence without him. Well, we can bring the case to a judge here if we have new evidence or a witness.
What about the evidence we found so far?
Yes, well, about that. It's just not enough. In order for me to go before a judge, I'd like to have some solid evidence pertaining to motive. Yeah, we need something major. Documentation, recordings, a witness. Something.
It's been so long. How could we find anything like that?
I've thought about this a lot since the original case. The mine that Irvin worked at was shuttered in 2309. They probably still have documents relating to whatever happened there with him. That's where you come in. I don't know which mine he worked at when the incident took place. In theory, you could find that information on a Foundry terminal, if you can access it. You'll need a passcode. That's the hard part. Besides the Foundry records, there also might be something in Irvin's apartment. If he knew he was being framed, he might have held on to some documents there.
Makes sense to me.
You've been hanging on to that old apartment this whole time, Barrett?
It was easier to not bother with it. Not like it's worth anything in this economy anyway.
I hope you still have the key.
I have it. Figured maybe I'd sell it while we were here anyway. May as well, right?
Hopefully, that's enough to work with for now. If you'll excuse me, I have to get some court documents ready for this case.
I should still have the key to Irvin's apartment. I hope it's worth our time, but I can't be sure. Irvin's old apartment. This key. After you, Captain. They probably never intended for the... Insufficient power for proper lamps? Oh, he must have been miserable. No wonder he wrote so much. Well, if you ever doubted Irvin's genius, look, Irvin only lived here for a couple of months, but it felt like an eternity. That is an extremely impressive specimen. And somehow it's managed to stay alive for the past 20 years. I'll hold on to it for now and see if I can't dig up some of Irvin's research on it. We should go over our evidence, right? Aha! Will you look at that? If we go to town hall, I bet we can get a copy of that hunting license. Is that Irvin's employment contract? Let me see. No idea where mine H363 is, but we could search for it at the Foundry database. All right, we've got some solid leads, it looks like. The employment contract and the hunting license at Town Hall. Much better than liquid or gas leads. That much is evident. It was a bit strange going through Irvin's old things, though. I was hoping for some old pictures, but the plant is a good consolation prize. Beautiful and resilient, as extremophile plants tend to be. Although this self-sustaining habitat dish gets some of the credit. I bet it could survive without care for a long time. No, maybe not. But it helps me. Irvin was the last person to handle this plant. It mattered to him. No matter how the case goes, this warms my heart. I didn't expect to find it, but I love that I did. In any event, I'll go through Irvin's notes in more detail later. There's probably a flowchart somewhere with this little guy's name on it. Oh, on that note, we should give it a name. I'm thinking something simple, yet refined. What do you think of Harvey? Then it's unanimous. Okay, the three of us should get back to it. You, me, and Harvey have a case to solve.
I know a guy who just got a job at a Centauri.
You ever read about the early history of spaceflight? So political. So familiar sometimes.
You're back. Well, what did you uncover?
Thanks, Captain. We searched Irvin's apartment and found an application for a hunting license. Compelling, right?
It's not much. Practically zero. Is that all you found?
Well, we also have a copy of the actual license sponsored by Hephaestus, too. How about that?
That's solid evidence, but likely not enough to bring it to a judge.
Opening an old case is a higher burden of proof, I'm sure.
Okay, now that is a solid lead. Well, don't let me stop you while you're on a roll, detectives. We can talk more later.
You don't need to be a botanist to know Harvey's a problem. that will work here.
Not now.
Worth a try.
Trying to hide.
Coordinates look valid to me. Imagine Irvin thinking the same thing all those years ago. Just a job, right? Well, at least we know where to keep looking, right? I guess we'll see what state the mine is in. It's possible they collapsed it before they left. We just won't know until we get there. If that's the case, we'll just have to figure something out. Careful. This place was shuttered 20 years ago. All right, let's go look for that workstation. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Surprise! No gun! Oh, I love this part! Seems clear. Well, back to business. You know what you're doing with these systems. It was the destruction of the bacterial colonies, not the apex predators. So, they ruined the ecosystem here, and it had nothing to do with Irvin. This is it. This is what Ellie needs to see. Lights are on down. and they're gone.
Welcome back, detectives. Yes, I've been reviewing it. Sit down. Let's have a chat about it. Welcome back, you two. How was the trip to the mine?
You're gonna love this, Ellie.
Okay, someone better tell me. Come on.
We found the coordinates to Irvin's old work site and went there. Huge battle. Fire, explosions. Pew, 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 pew.
Barrett, please.
You should have seen the plants in there, too. Weird stuff. Anyway, you read over the documents we found there, right? What do you think?
What you both found in that mine is remarkable. These documents show that the chemicals released by the mining process contaminated the ecology even before Irvin was tasked with removing the predators. And they also show that Helgi informed Hephaestus of the issue, and it was repeatedly ignored. And with that, I think we've got ourselves a case, my friends.
Yes! That's what I wanted to hear, Ellie. Woo!
Yes, but it's still likely to lose. Because what we really need now is Helgi as our witness, and that is a problem. Helgi's documents are nothing without him there in court, explaining them to the judge.
Does Helgi still live around here by any chance?
Sort of. He's, unpredictable, though. That's also a bit tricky. He's hard to find. Doesn't really stay in one place for long. You might ask Dr. Kayala. She checks up on folks who fall through the cracks sometimes. You'd have to convince her to tell you where he is. That might be hard.
Sounds like we're making a stop at the med clinic. We'll be back when we convince Helgi to be a witness.
Listen, if he refuses, then he refuses. Can't force him.
Yeah, we don't want to press him too hard. The last thing we need is him refuting what he wrote. This is going to take a light touch, but I think we can handle it.
Hey, what's drunk?
Do you need medical assistance? Are you injured? Is there something I can help you two with?
Do you happen to know Dr. Helgi Hawkson? We're trying to get his help with something.
Sorry, who are you exactly?
We're detectives. Self-taught and unaffiliated. Freelance detectives. With the emphasis on the free part.
Wait, what? Detectives? Sorry, I don't think I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, I'm not a tour guide. You'll have to ask somebody else.
We're trying to help him. And Gagarin, actually.
Ellie's a good person. That bodes well, but I can't violate my oaths. I'm sorry. Listen, I can say that Helgi took up a job working at Clint's store just down the way. I saw him there stacking boxes the last time I picked up an order. I've got to get back to my work here, so if there's nothing else... If it's patient medical records you're after, I'll remind you, I'm not at liberty to discuss that. I need to get back to my work now, if you don't mind.
hate it when the walkways creak.
Welcome to Clint's. Whatever you need, I'm sure I've got it lying around somewhere. Except mech parts. Don't trade those anymore, so don't waste your time asking. If you need anything, just follow the sound of falling inventory. You'll find me eventually.
Funny you ask, because I'd like to know too. He owes me a sizable debt. Yeah, I don't want to be mixed up with anything like that.
I think you may be right. Yeah, I hope so.
All right, fine. I don't know where he is, but ask Lizzie up at the bar. She knows everybody.
Come back soon, eh?
Lost? The trick to the catwalks?
Looking for a drink?
Right.
Don't serve anything fancy, so if you're about to ask for wine spritzer or whatever, you can hop right back on your ship to New Atlantis. Well, then make yourself comfortable. And don't start anything, all right? Ah, yes. The detectives. I heard about you.
A reputation already? I'm impressed.
Slow news day, I guess. I serve drinks here, friend.
We were told that you are a local crime.
We serve drinks here. Here's a list of our specials for today.
There's nothing on here.
Oh, that's strange. Here, let me fix that. Don't worry, it's just the one sale today.
Oh, right. Of course, it's a number. Here you go, Captain. All yours.
The service I provide is worth quite a lot. Oh, I don't have time for this. Don't think I'm desperate or anything, but you do have a point. I hear you. I haven't agreed to anything yet. It's nothing for an off-worlder like you to pay what we ask for. Thanks for your patronage. Sending your receipt directly to you now. We'll be sure to leave a glowing review for your establishment. Don't worry. Wait, so let me get this straight. You want the bartender to testify he's not a lousy drunk? All right, I'm no lawyer, but seems like a bad move. Also, it sounds like work. And I don't work for free.
If it's about creds, you might earn a lot of brownie points with the locals if you helped with that. Points they'd spend at your bar.
As long as I'm still alive to spend it. But fine. If you get Helgi to show up, I'll take some of the heat off of him. Don't cook yourself out there.
My mom said the other day that
One time I jumped off the cliffs of a planet with almost no gravity. Fun at first, but took forever to get there.
I don't suppose you're here to tell me I've won a ticket to a new planet, huh?
Sorry, Doctor, not today. We came to Gagarin to investigate Irvin Mandani's contract with the mining company a long time ago. Ring any bells?
Irvin, yeah. Biologist. Hunter. Yeah, I remember him. Why? Who are you people? Then find a history slate. An ancient history slate. Because that's what it is.
Please. Irvin was once one of your colleagues. He was the one Hephaestus blamed for an ecological disaster about 20 years ago. Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember lies. He passed on. That's a kick in the pants, isn't it? Well, sorry for your loss and all that, but I can't bring back the dead or anything. So you can go now. Thanks.
Look, I know this is strange. We show up out of the blue about things that happened decades ago. But right now, nobody save us knows the truth. And that means we're the only ones who can clear Irvin's name.
Then Irvin should have showed up at the trial to defend it himself.
It's not just about Irv. This can't be the only time something like this has happened. Someone needs to hold this company accountable. That's why we'd like you to testify in court.
Testify? The trial is over, the verdict rendered. In case you two clowns didn't get the memo. Ellie Yankton? But why? It doesn't matter. Nothing's changed. I cannot do that. Why is this so hard to understand here? That makes a lot of sense, now that I think about it. You may be right. Maybe. Need to think about it. Fine, you've convinced me. I'd be willing to testify on one condition. I want to know what happened to Irvin. Because when he disappeared, let's just say I had an epiphany. Hephaestus didn't need to say a word. That's when I knew the threats against me and my family were real.
Dr. Hawkson, it wasn't Hephaestus that took Irvin's life. It was the war. Irvin was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Caught in the crossfire.
Then I am sorry for your loss. It won't change the past for either of us. But I will testify. And maybe, wherever Irvin is, you'll be glad that we can finally stick it to those assholes at Hephaestus.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, don't get all mushy on me now. I need a drink.
Helgi agreeing to testify is a great help. I need witnesses to...
Okay, you two, lay it on me. Did you find Helgi? Did he agree to testify?
Well, we've got good news and... well, that's it. Just more good news.
Okay. Does that mean he said yes? Wait, the bartender? Aren't we trying to convince people Helgi doesn't have a drinking problem? I appreciate the effort, but that might not have been the best choice. Well, you two have done all that you could. Now it's time to hand the baton off to me.
What do you think, Ellie? Do we have a chance?
You've done a pretty decent job gathering evidence for this case.
So what's the verdict? In this case, I'd say spoilers are appreciated.
I am cautiously optimistic we can win this case.
Optimism is good, especially from you, Ellie.
We'll likely be able to clear Irvin's name and charge Hephaestus with a number of crimes. The only challenge I see is getting all of that and recompense for Helgi. But I'll do my best. All in all, though, really outstanding work. We wouldn't have gotten this far without your efforts. And I've got to imagine that wherever Irvin is, he appreciates it too.
Agreed, Ellie. And thanks for being our anchor in this. We should probably get out of Ellie's way and let her do her thing. We can talk more in private. Wow, we actually did it! Solved the case, and hopefully cleared Irvin's name. I feel like, what's the old saying? A great weight has been lifted off my shoulders? But it's actually true. I feel like I'm 80% biomass and 20% aerogel. Thanks. I was trying not to be too optimistic about our chances, because that's when a cosmic reversal kicks in. But I think it's okay in this case. We've already proven Irvin's innocence, and I trust Ellie to explain it. I'm feeling great. Although I could do with some wine and cheese. Why stop at emotional satisfaction when we can indulge in the culinary too? But if I can be serious for a moment, thank you. I couldn't have done this without your help. Ah, that's sweet. But it wasn't just for me. It was for Irv. And of course, we can't forget our new friend Harvey. In fact, Harvey's got a little explorer in him too. According to this slate I found, turns out that our spiky friend's been all across the galaxy. You know what? He just might. But it's probably best you chart the course. Harvey doesn't do well with things that require hands. We've been through a lot, haven't we? I had forgotten what it was like to work with someone so closely. On top of everything else we've done together and with Constellation, yeah, I think so. Investigating Irvin's case with you is something I'll remember forever. I've come to realize that some events, some people, stand out as pillars of my life. Yes, some of them do. And if we're lucky, they change us for the better. We only get a brief moment in this universe to interact, to feel, to be who we are and experience the range of emotions that our bodies and minds have evolved to comprehend. Sure. Our bodies are all we have, really. Humans are physical, which allows us to be social. This allows us to interact with others on a natural, almost primordial level. And these interactions can be fleeting or drawn out substantially, if you know what I mean. Anyway, if one is fortunate, you might even notice events and people changing you while it is in motion. I know I certainly am. I've explored many worlds, and I've worked with Constellation for most of my life. I cherish those memories. but you have changed me as a person forever. I don't want to look back years from now and wonder what if. I need to know what you think about us. Hot damn. Yes! I mean to say, I feel the same way. I haven't missed your, very welcome and affectionate hints. I still grin when I think about some of the things you've said. And just so you know, I loved it every single time. But before we go on further, are you really ready to build love into our friendship? This is a huge step, you know. I'm ready to. This is the moment I was hoping for. The moment that I will remember forever. My heart is racing. This is an adventure in itself, isn't it? Well, I was riding the high of discovery. Then came the implications. There were other Barretts out there, other Irvins. Whole universes where desserts are banned for being too decadent. But then you came along, helped me doggy paddle my way to safety. I guess what I'm saying is there's a chance being in this situation would have crushed me. Knowing there were other Irvins out there, other lives where we were happy, I would have thought to myself, why me? Why am I alone? But that's not the case, is it? And while I will always love Irvin, the fact is he was from another universe. One that passed with him. The me that's standing here now, he wants to live in this universe. For as long as it takes. With you. Oh, I love it when you know what you want. You just light up with energy. I'm honestly a bit overwhelmed. But in the good, happy brain.exe is malfunctioning kind of way. Vasco would probably tell me that human emotions just overcomplicate things. But it is who we are. And I love you, you know? I think everything we've discovered helped me conceptualize all this loss. Once I was able to do that, I could love myself enough to love you. And I was just wondering if, I didn't prepare this far. Aye, aye, Captain. That's an order I've been waiting to hear. Married. I was so happy just being with you that I forgot about those societal rituals. Humans develop these things to declare our allegiances and define who we protect and provide for. Over time, it became more about celebrating love and hope for the future. When Irvin and I married, we picked a place that we both loved, that was strongly symbolic. We had tons of friends and family. It was a big deal, and it was exactly what he wanted. This time, my only request is that Vasco officiates for us. He's a machine, I know, but he's family. I can't wait to see the look on Vasco's face. I mean, you know what I mean. Whew. Big breath. Okay, I'm ready. And I can't wait to say I do.
Your face indicates a question is pending. Yes, Captain.
Hey, Vasco, my friend, my pal, old buddy.
Detecting incoming request. Significant chance of socially awkward proposition. Barrett, verify.
It's true, Vasco. And I'd like you to be there, my old friend.
Request approved. Due to hormonal disturbances, There was a 60% chance of this outcome, so I have prepared a formal procedure in advance. Please provide the coordinate details.
Be still my beating heart.
That will initiate a funeral procedure, Barrett.
It's an expression, Vasco. Continue Neptual's Procedure 2.0, please.
Human humor is borderline grim at times.
Vasco, my friend, you have nothing to apologize for.
Your patience is appreciated. As you requested, the wedding procedure may now begin.
Go on, Vasco. We're ready.
Yes, Captain.
Vasco, we're ready now.
First, I require input from both users to proceed. Please provide your spousal address, wife, husband, partner, or some other title.
Ha, so traditional. My sweet spouse. You know, I like it. Please go with husband for me, Vasco. Or you can refer to me as the amazing husband if you want.
Declined. Husband is sufficient. Next prompt. There are 2 versions of the ceremony, succinct and verbose. Please decide.
The sooner we're hitched, the better, I say. Row.
Confirmed. More input is required. Please state any modifications needed.
You heard, my love.
Correct. I heard him.
Now let's get going.
Please do not get going until the ceremony has concluded.
Never mind. Just continue. Are we almost done with all this setup stuff or what?
Confirmed. Please do not emit further noises until prompted. Initiating Nuptials Procedure 2.0. Please pause hormone production until the end of the ceremony. Let us begin. Welcome, affectionate humans, robots, animals, plants, fungi, bacteria.
Vasco, bring it back, buddy.
Skipping additional formalities. By committing to each other legally, you signify your desire to merge lives. Amundsen Barrett, do you wish to unite in marriage with this individual?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, right? I mean, I do. I do.
The same question will be posited to all parties. Do you take Amundsen Barrett as your lawfully wedded husband?
That's a relief.
The vow exchange is now complete. Barrett, you requested a moment to present a token of affection.
Yes, this is going to seem weird, but here. I'm pretty sure it's one of a kind. So this little guy, Harvey, symbolizes a lot of things. He was rescued once from a dying planet and once from a windowless apartment. When it comes down to it, he's got an explorer's heart. He's brave, resilient, and just a tad bit weird. Kind of like us. And while the ones we love are forever in our thoughts, with this gift, only you hold my heart in your hands.
The material gesture is now complete. By the power vested in this unit by the authority of New Atlantis, I now pronounce you married. Congratulations.
Say the word and I'll clear my schedule. I only need a few things in this universe. Exploring new worlds, adventures among the stars, your companionship in love, and an occasional back rub. That's it. Perfection. Oh. Oh no, what's wrong? Wait, what? We've been through so much. What's changed? Huh. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter what's changed. If this is how you feel, then that's enough for me. Then that's it. It is what it is. Well, life is ever changing, ever adapting. It is our greatest strength to branch out when something isn't working. When I lost Irvin, I couldn't move forward. You showed me how to do that. I'm gonna need some time, but I'll be okay. I can do it this time.